Karnataka, the only state in South India with BJP's presence. What is it that BJP did so well in Karnataka which they could not do in rest of South India? BJP is gearing up for hat-trick, but then there are these current issues in Karnataka which are hot topics. Reservations for Muslims, financial mismanagement of Congress government, Rameshwaram cafe blast, senseless killing of young Neha, and the latest sexual allegations on Devagowda's grandson Prajwal. Let's see how these are going to affect the final outcome. Here we are ready with another interesting discussion on Karnataka, video 3 of our election series.
Karnataka has 28 Lok Sabha seats. They are going to polls in two phases, phase 2 and phase 3. Look at what happened in 2014. BJP got 17, Congress got 9, JDU got 2. But in 2019, things changed dramatically. BJP swept the state even though Congress and JDU were allies. But in 2024, BJP is allying with JDU. And they hope with that extra votes from JDU, they are going to sweep the state again. But before we get into the details, I'm very, very keen to hear your answer about why BJP is able to make inroads in Karnataka as opposed to the other South Indian states.
Okay, that's a good question to start with. So in my opinion, Modi's magic alone doesn't work in South India. You know, the locals need that local logic as well. So what really worked for BJP in Karnataka? Two things.
Okay.
So number one, strong local leadership. We have Yediyurappa.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, Karnataka is more diverse.
Okay.
So just to explain further, South Indians, they prefer regional parties and local leaders because they trust them more in understanding their culture, their problems. So, Congress is an exception because Congress has had their presence ever since India became independent. But it is very difficult for any other national party to penetrate into South India, to make their way into South India, beating the strong regional parties.
Okay.
So to do that, BJP should have that strong local leadership, not just BJP, any national party. So in Karnataka, you have this mass leader, Yediyurappa.
Yeah.
But if you see other states, there is no, strong local leader. So I think BJP understood this, and that is the reason why they are rising up Annamalai as a strong mass leader in Tamil Nadu. We will wait and see if that made any difference.
Yeah.
And then number two is, if you look at South India, the states are more united within themselves when it comes to food, their lifestyle, the language. But if you see Karnataka language, they have Kannada, Tulu. They don't just speak one language, and also the people are more diverse and more open. Like if you see, Bangalore is the first IT city. So it is more diverse, more open, and that is why they are more open for national parties as well when compared to rest of the South India.
Excellent answer.
So let's talk about the key people in Karnataka politics.
Sure. The first name that comes to mind in Karnataka is DK Shivakumar. He is called as the official troubleshooter of Congress. Wherever there is trouble, not just in Karnataka, in any other state, he is often called by the Congress leadership to solve problems. The other strong name from Congress is Siddaramaiah. He came from JDU, and even though DK Shivakumar is close to Rahul Gandhi, he successfully managed to convince Rahul Gandhi to hold on to the chief minister's role. That means there is some kind of magic with Siddaramaiah. He is often very confident and is outspoken. Coming to BJP, B.Y. Vijayendra is the head of BJP right now. He is the son of the strong mass leader Yediyurappa. BJP is hoping he can carry his father's legacy and charm in the masses. And finally, Kumaraswamy, who is the son of Devagowda. He is the head of JDU.
Yeah, I think, you spoke about all these four key leaders, but I think we need to also talk about another person who is creating waves in the state, of course, for wrong reasons.
Yes.
But let's get into that later. So let's talk about the key issues, which are currently, the hot topics in Karnataka. Shall we start with, Congress government's attempt to place Muslims under reservation?
Yeah, so you've heard the Prime Minister speaking about this in a lot of his campaign speeches. So Karnataka government got into trouble because they included, or they tried to include, all of the Muslim subcastes and divisions into OBC category to provide reservation, and this has been deemed as not illegal but against the principles of reservation by the National Commission of Backward Classes. And BJP obviously made an issue of it, and they are trying to say that this is just a pilot project, and then the Congress would do the same in all of the states when they come to power. The second thing they had run in with the government is the financial mismanagement. Obviously, when they won the elections in 2023 based on those 5 guarantees, when they implemented those guarantees, they spent a lot of money and they needed additional funds, and they started accusing the central government of not providing adequate funds to the state. That, center is treating them as a stepchild per se. But then the Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister, hit back saying that they spent a lot of money which they did not have, and that's why they got into trouble. So that is the second issue in which they had a run-in with the center.
Yeah, and I think not only that, added to that, there are 2 more issues that happened in Karnataka, which are not, they are quite shameful. So the first one is, Rameshwaram cafe blast.
Yeah.
So because BJP has taken maximum advantage of this by saying that, in their government, there is no terror attack, nothing, nobody is bold enough to do any terror attack in their government. But Congress is, the local Karnataka Congress government is so soft on crime and not managing that law and order properly. That is why this happened. We don't know how far that is true, but BJP has taken advantage by saying so. And then the other one, coincidentally, at the same time, young Neha was senselessly killed. And she happened to be the daughter of local Congress leader who came out and announced that his daughter's death is love jihad. So again here BJP took advantage of this by saying that these are all the things that happen if you give the power to Congress.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
And then there is one more, which came recently, this HD Devgada's grandson, Prajwal Revanna. A lot of video clips came out with him in compromising positions, sexually assaulting a lot of women. And I think there was a woman who also complained. So he is now, after voting in the last phase, he is now gone to Germany. And then Congress is now hitting back at the BJP and the JDU combined to say that, they have sent him away. So they are trying to protect him from prosecution. So this is something that, that could eventually impact the final outcome.
Yeah. So more or less it looks like other than Muslims reservation and financial mismanagement, the other 3 issues are mostly related to the management of law and order and peace within the state. But it's just that, the political parties are trying to score their own points, in the eyes of public. Yeah. So let's get to the prediction part.
So I think, look, BJP, before the election started, before the cycle started, everybody predicted that BJP would score a big win. But Congress hoped that because of their 2023 assembly win, things could be different. Even though in 2019, they were also in the same situation. They were in the government, but BJP swept the state. So, just because you are in power, like you said, the Karnataka is more open to national parties, so they could very well vote for Modi again. So, but, there are these local issues which could ultimately impact the outcome. But I think, BJP would score a win. They would get around 20 to 25, and then BJP and the Congress would get a handful of seats. So, it is a clear victory for BJP in 2024.
Yeah. So BJP continues to hold its dominance in the only South Indian state in which they have presence, Karnataka. So we really hope you enjoyed this discussion. Please provide your feedback in the comments below. Subscribe to our election series for more interesting content. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.